Good morning, students. How are you all today? I think all of you are doing well. Today is the part 5 of the chapter 1 of chemistry of ICSE, periodic table, periodic properties and the variation of the states. Today we will mainly discuss the next topic that given in Selena is metallic character. So let's get started. Another topic, metallic character. Metallic character. Okay, if you try to understand the metallic character, first you have to understand the definition of metal. First, try to understand what is metal. Metal is an atom that has a tendency to lose an electron, that is donates an electron. Means suppose if you consider sodium means 281. So if sodium lose an electron, sodium gets stability. Why? Since sodium donates this last electron, so sodium plus lose of electron means positive charge, that is cation, already discussed. So since sodium lose these last electrons, then it has complete octet. Okay, so what is metal? Metal is an atom which has a tendency to lose an electron to get stability. Okay, so this is the concept of metal. So now if you consider the metallic character, you have to first understand the metal, that is lose of an electron or donates of an electron. Done. Now tell me, if you consider hydrogen, in case of hydrogen, what is the number of proton? Obviously 1. What is the number of electron? 1, because proton electron same. In case of hydrogen, what is the number of neutron? 0. So keeping in your mind, hydrogen, there is 1 proton 1 electron, but number of neutron is 0. Now in the same case, if hydrogen donates 1 electron, then what will happen? Obviously sodium after donation gets positive charge, hydrogen also gets positive charge. So now here tell me, what is the number of proton? 1. What is the number of electron? Previously it has 1 electron, it donates electron 1, so 0 electron, and previously neutron is also 0. So try to understand, in case of hydrogen atom, after donation of 1 electron, this hydrogen plus, that is cation, has only 1 proton. Everything is 0 except this proton. So you can tell this H plus ion means only 1 proton, because this H plus ion has only 1 proton. That is why this H plus ion is also known as proton. Do you understand why? So why it is so called H plus ion? Why it is known as proton? Because H plus ion contain only 1 proton. Rest of the electron and the neutron, everything are 0. So this is the another concept. Okay, now okay, you can pause the video and note down this concept. Okay, I already told I will complete everything based on the Selena point wise. This is the first and this is the second point that given in this Selena related to the topic metallic character. Okay, done. Okay, now tell me, suppose this is an atom. Okay, consider here the number of proton is suppose 11, that is sodium. 8 plus 2 10 and 1 11. So what is the number of proton? 11. And outermost shell contains suppose 1 electron. 1 electron is there. Okay, now consider another element. Number of protons suppose 12 and outermost shell suppose 1 to 2 electron are there. Give focus. Okay, let's consider it. Okay, first consider it. Center, that is nucleus, contain 11 proton. Here nucleus contain 12 protons. Outermost shell, suppose consider it only one electron present in the shell. Now all of you know proton is positively charged, electron is negatively charged. Here it is negatively charged, positively charged proton. So there will be an attraction between positive and negative. Here also positive and negative. Now tell me, in these two cases, it is first case, it is second case, where the attraction will more, here or here? Obviously answer is here. Why? Because here in nucleus, more the number of proton as compared to this. Here the number of proton is only 11. Here the number of proton is 12. So here 12 proton attracts the outer electron with more force. But here the number of proton less. Okay. Suppose if you consider this, suppose here the number of proton is 2. But here the number of proton is 12. So where the attraction will more? Obviously here only 2 positive attracts the electron. Here the 12 positive attracts the electron. So from this concept it is very clear that more the number of protons in nucleus, more the number of proton in the nucleus, more will be the attraction force towards the outermost electrons, okay, sorry, I think the last line is not visible here. So what is the more the number of protons in nucleus, more will be the attraction force towards the outermost electron or electrons. Okay, so since the here number of protons is 12, so more attraction force. So from these it is very clear that more proton, more attraction force. Now you tell me the answer of a question. Which one is easier, to removal of this electron or removal of this electron? Okay, consider here 11 proton, here 12 protons. Okay, tell me which one is more easy, which one is more easy to remove the electron, this electron or that electron? Obviously this electron. Why? Since here the number of proton is more, so this proton attracts the outermost electron with more force. More proton means, see, more number of proton means more attraction force. So here the attraction force is more, so this nucleus attracts this electron with more force. So you cannot easily remove this electron. But here, since the attractive force towards the electron is comparatively less with that atom, so you can easily remove this electron. Now come to the again first point. What is metal? Removal of electron from the outermost shell. So in these two atoms, you can remove which electron, this electron or that electron? Obviously this electron. So from that it is very clear that metal means removal of electron, and you can remove this electron, not that electron. So this atom has more metallic character than that of this atom. So what is your first point? Note down. What is your first point? More number of proton present in nucleus, more will be the attraction force. More number of proton, more will be the attraction force. So, right, so it is difficult to remove an electron. So it has less metallic character. Now, if the number of proton in the nucleus is less, so proton cannot attract the outermost electron with strong force. So we can easily remove the electron. Now, since the removal of electrons is related to the metallic character, and here we can easily remove the electron, so it has more metallic character. First, clear your concept. Since you can remove this electron easily because less proton, less attraction, you can remove easily, and removal of electron means metallic character, so its metallic character is more. Clear? Okay. Done. So what is the heading? Your heading is of this topic: metallic character depends on the following factors. First factor is, see this, first factor is nuclear charges. More, right, you can note down it, nuclear charges, first point. More nuclear charges, written already here, more nuclear charges, more attraction, so it is difficult to remove an electron, so less metallic character. If less nuclear charge, so less attraction, it is easier to remove an electron, so more metallic character. So it is the first point. Now what is the second point? That is the second point of the factors. First factor is nuclear charges. Second factor is atomic radius. Look at the board. Suppose this is one atom and this is second atom. Okay. Suppose here some number of proton is present. Okay. Consider, suppose 10. Here also consider 10. It is not real, just first clear your concept. Here one electron, here also one electron. Now you can tell me based on the previous concept, sir, here since number of proton are same, so attraction force towards the electrons are same. Because it is negative, it is negative. But try to understand. It is a, suppose consider it is a magnet and it is an iron. Magnet and iron. If they are more close to each other, then more attraction force. If they are apart from each other, then attraction force become weaker, that is less attraction force. So more distance, less attraction. If they are more close, then more attraction. They are apart from each other, then less attraction. See, its radius is more radius. So see here the distance, that is radius, distance here comparatively distance is more, but here see the distance is less. So since here the distance is more, like magnet and iron, distance is more, so nucleus cannot pull or attracts the outermost electron with strong nuclear force. But here, since the distance is, that is atomic distance, is less, or the distance between nucleus and outermost electron is less, so nucleus easily attracts towards the outermost electron with strong force. So since here nucleus attracts with the strong force, nucleus attracts the electron with strong force, you cannot remove this electron. Why? Nucleus attracts the electron with strong force. But here nucleus cannot attract with this strong force because more distance. So you can easily remove this electron. And the removal of this electron is known as metallic character. So from this concept it is very clear that more radius, more metallic character. So write down the second point. What is the second point? Atomic radius. If the atomic radius is more, therefore the distance of nucleus toward the outermost electron increases, and nucleus cannot attract the outermost electron with strong nuclear force, and we can easily remove an electron. Now the removal of electron related to the metallic character, so more radius, then more metallic character. If the radius of the atom is less, then nucleus attracts the outermost electron with strong nuclear forces. So we cannot easily remove an electron. So it has less metallic character. So 2 points. First, previous one is nuclear charges, and this is atomic radius. Done? Okay. So next topic completed already. Now next topic related to our book Selena. Okay. We have the another concept, reducing agent, or we can reducing agent, or we can also discuss the reduction also. Okay, tell me what is reducing agent. Look at the board. if any element, if you consider the sodium also, 281, so sodium has a tendency to lose an electron. Why? Then it gets stability, 28, complete octet. Now what is reducing agent? Reducing agent means donation of electron. Keeping in your mind, reducing agent means reducing agent means an atom which has a tendency to donate an electron. So now can you compare these two terms? Again, look at the board. What is metal? Removal of an electron. What is reducing agent? Removal of electron. Removal of an electron. So compare these 2 points. Metal also removal of an electron. Reducing agent means also removal of an electron. So you can easily tell metals means reducing agent. Because reducing agent means removal of electron, metal also means removal of electron. Done. Okay. Now our last topic. As you move left to right and as you move downwards, what will happen? All of you know, as you move, if you complete the part 3, then you can easily understand this concept. As you move left to right, generally radius decreases, and as you move downwards, radius increases. So tell me, as we move left to right, since radius decreases, so see, if the radius decreases, then the distance here more, here the distance is less. So I discussed this topic already. Here, since distance is less, so nucleus attracts this electron with more force. We cannot remove this electron, so metallic character here decreases. So as we move left to right, metallic character, tell me, decreases. Metallic character decreases. Why? So as you move left to right, since radius decreases, the distance between the nucleus and the outermost electron decreases. So nucleus attracts the electron with more force. We cannot remove this electron. So metallic character decreases. Done. Now tell me, as you move downwards, radius increases as we move downwards. So as we move downwards, since radius increases, so the distance between nucleus and the outermost electron increases. So nucleus cannot attract this electron with strong nuclear force. So we can easily remove this electron. So metallic character increases. So downwards, down the group, metallic character increases. Do you understand this concept? So if you understand the trends of the left to right, radius decreases, attraction increases, we cannot take this electron, so metallic character decreases. As you move downwards, distance increases, less attraction, we can easily remove this electron, so metallic character increases. Okay, so we already complete the concept all that given in Selena related to metallic character and atomic radius. Okay, so all of you note down all the parts and follow our WhatsApp channel to get more question answer related to that topic. Okay, in next part, that is part 3, sorry, next part 5, we will discuss non-metallic character as well as the another topics that given in concepts. Okay, so thank you.